Hey, nice house you got here. Real ritzy. Way better than my bench.
Oh, wow, you really made yourself at home, huh?
Oh, there you are. Who's this weirdo, and why is he setting up a...
Hello and welcome back to the Gaming Chronicles. Are you ready for a good laugh? Because today, we're going to dive into the latest comedy game sensation to hit the market, High on Life. It's time to get ready for some absurdity, aliens, and animated weapons, as we give you an in-depth look at what this game has to offer. When it comes to comedy games, it's a tragedy how long we have to wait between quality releases. But in High on Life, the wait was worth it. From the very beginning, as my talking gun belittled me for shooting dancing aliens in the face, I knew I had found a winner. The game's premise is that Earth has been taken over by disgusting aliens who use humans as hallucinogenic drugs. You play as a human who is out for revenge against the extraterrestrial drug cartel responsible. And throughout your journey, you'll be accompanied by the stars of the show, the weapons themselves. These animate weapons, called Gatlians, are easily the best part of the adventure. Each weapon has its own personality, and they'll keep you entertained with their witty banter and character development. The writing in High on Life is top-notch. The game piles on dumb gags, curse-laden rants, and lots of TV screens airing idiotic shows that look like they could have been pulled straight from one of Rick and Morty's interdimensional cable episodes. The campaign is only about 8 hours long, but with all the distractions and silliness in the game, it took me over 16 hours to complete. One of the things I love about High on Life is the level of detail that's been put into the game. The developers have gone out of their way to create a believable and fully realized world that's full of surprises. For example, one level features an intentionally irritating alien who follows you around and rambles on, seemingly without end, until you finally unlock the ability to murder him dead. Another makes you go to Space Applebee's and have a full meal for no apparent reason. You can also find a movie theater playing the real-world movie from 1990, Demon Wind, complete with Mystery Science Theater 3000-like commentary via some nearby aliens, which you'd better believe I watched in its entirety. The game is also packed with references to other games and pop culture. For example, one of the weapons, Sweezy, is a reference to Halo's Needler. And the game's protagonist, who is a human, bears a striking resemblance to Duke Nukem. High on Life is also a game that doesn't shy away from controversial or taboo topics. For example, one of the weapons, Creature, uses his rapidly gestating children as ammo. This is not only a commentary on the game's alien invaders, but also a criticism of human behavior in the real world. The game is also packed with so much humor and absurdity, it's always exciting to play through. The game is never boring, and you never know when you might run into something insane, like when I teleported a stretch of freeway onto a jungle planet and watched the occupants of the cars who'd been taken with it slowly devolve from a group of aliens with road rage into an insane cult that sacrificed their own to appease the asphalt gods. The game's visuals and sound design are also worth mentioning. The game's art style is a mix of low poly and cel shading, and it's a perfect fit for the game's absurdity. The game's sound design is also top-notch, with each weapon having its own unique sound effects and voice acting. The game's music is also noteworthy, with a mix of electronic, rock, and orchestral music that perfectly complements the game's action and humor. One thing to keep in mind is that a lot of the jokes in High on Life are either lowbrow or sophomoric, or pearl-clutchingly irreverent, and like pretty much all comedy, it won't work for everyone.
What the fuck? You just paused the game. This doesn't help at all. Are you an idiot? Everyone knows pause button. In what fucking game is the pause button shoot?
But as a fan of classic comedy games like Borderlands 2 and South Park, The Stick of Truth, it's a game that I would highly recommend. While the game is mostly solid, it's not without its issues. For one, there are bugs and performance hitches that can be a bit frustrating. And some of the jokes may be a bit too juvenile for some players. But overall, these issues are minor and don't detract from the overall experience. In conclusion, High on Life is a game that knows how to have a good time. It's packed with humor, absurdity, and references to other games and pop culture. The game's characters, particularly the Gatlians, are the stars of the show and will keep you entertained throughout your journey. The game's art style, sound design, and music are also noteworthy. If you're a fan of comedy games, then High on Life is a game that you don't want to miss. Don't forget to leave a comment and let us know your thoughts on High on Life so far. We would love to hear your opinions on the game's story, characters, humor, and gameplay. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest reviews and content. Until next time, peace out.
Oh, well, okay. Well, now I can.